Hello, and welcome to our annual Plays in a Day. I, for one, am very excited to present performance, and let me tell you, it has not been without feat. But what great things aren't? As a first-year fine arts student, I was a little nervous and worried about coming back into school and starting up everything in this time of change. But my nervousness and anxiety was immediately replaced with excitement and desire for what's coming. I was also very happy to find out that most of the things that I was looking forward to last semester are still on and able to be put on this semester. From SEPC to drama club to abroad options, it's all still available. It's been so much fun to see everybody snap back with resilience and bring new things to the table in this new time. I know I can say, and I can speak for my peers when I say that everybody is excited for what's to come this year. So without further ado, I introduce to you Zoomsday edition of Plays in a Day. Thank you.
Okay. Oh no, that's too much eyeliner. Okay. All right, that's better. And how's my lighting? I mean, it's not perfect, but I'll just edit that later. Okay. Jim Beam, do your magic. Okay, Kelly. Okay. Hi, my name is Kelly Rhubarb, and I'll be auditioning for the role of Miranda from the Fast and Furious 17, and I'll be doing side number 8. What up, Dom? What you doing here? You supposed to be in the nursing home. What? We gotta rob CVS, but why? Oh, okay. Your insurance has a high deductible. Okay, I see. Well, I suppose I can get the gang together. I mean, Shabs, he pulled us back the other day, walking up them stairs, and Hobbs, he's doing time, because, he took them ketchup packets from McDonald's. That was side number 8. Now we're going to go skip to side number 26. They shooting at us, bruh. They just missed your gas tank. Look out, there's a tree, Dom. And then he dies. And then... Dom! He was too young. Dom! And now for scene 29. I love Dom Torero. Despite his arthritis and his bum knee, even in his prime time, he was so fast, and I had never once seen him furious. What I'm trying to say, everyone, is we need universal health care. Because otherwise, them old folks, they'll be knocking down CVS's left and right. And that ain't left. You know what I mean? Anyways, peace out, Dom. We love you, Grandpa. Well, I think that went pretty well. I need to edit and make sure everything's okay. No, no, Kelly. What did you do? Cancel? How do I cancel? Okay. I didn't even get to edit. They're gonna see the intro and they're gonna think, okay, it's okay. We can just send an email and a phone and we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's not going to be anything hard. I mean, they got to understand that it was a mistake, and I'm new to this technology.
Greetings.
Wait, what?
Greetings, Kelly Rapper. I, Max Noor. I am in receipt of your transmission.
Oh, well, listen, I am so sorry. I meant to edit it before I send it, and the technology nowadays, I mean, it's so difficult.
From what quadrant are you transmitting, Kelly Rapper?
I mean, I'm from Swaney, Georgia.
Suwanee, Georgia. Yes. Is that in vector 23?
I mean, we have a highway 23. I don't know if that's what you mean.
I am searching for someone special from vector 23, Kelly Rapper. And I am very intrigued by your transmission.
Oh, you like this?
You exhibit such compassion for this Dom Terrero.
Yeah, well, compassion's my middle name.
Ah, Kelly Compassion Rapper. That is a lovely name.
Right. So, is this a casting agency or what?
I am Max Snob.
Oh, okay. 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 I thought they were gonna send LA castings, but I guess this is fine. I'm just happy you liked it.
I am heading towards vector 23 as we speak, Kelly Rapper. And I too would say, as you say, I like to rob this CVS. Would you care to be of assistance to me?
Is this like a callback or?
According to my records, Kelly Rapper, CVS is the foremost supplier of medication on your planet. Yes?
I mean, well, I haven't really been following their ads, but they defeated Walgreens in the Warp 29. I think you might be right.
Our people are in desperate need of a medicine that is only available on your planet. There is a terrible fungus killing of our crops and destroying our children and animals. I have been sent to Earth to retrieve this medication.
Oh my, this doesn't sound like the Fast and Furious at all. Is this another movie?
This is not a movie, Kelly Compassion Robber. This is life or death for my entire planet. Will you help?
I suppose. I mean, what medicine is this?
It is called Tough Actin Tenectin. Do you know of this?
Yes, I do. I have it in my closet. In fact, I can just grab you a little. I have it right here.
We are in need of 400 gallons of this.
100 gallons? I mean, I
400 gallons.
At least, but I don't. I just had this little tube, honestly. I mean, I had at least put a time ago. I don't want to talk about it, but...
You must help us, Kelly Compassion Robber. Our entire planet is at your mercy.
Okay. Just so we're clear, this is not a movie then, isn't it?
No. This is so much bigger than a movie, Kelly Compassion Robber. You'll be saving millions of lives.
Oh, well, that sounds very important. And you said your name was Mr. North, if I'm correct? Mr. North, was
Max Snob.
Max North, okay. Well, you're certainly giving me a lot to consider,
Max Snob.
Max. I'll definitely have to sleep on it, though.
No time. We need answers today. Kelly Compassion Rubber. The fate of my entire planet rests upon your decision.
Well, okay. Talk about a high pressure negotiation. Can I at least get a few points on my SAG card if I do this?
We have no unions on this planet, Kelly Compassion Rubber. But you would become a legend for my people, a hero for our generations to worship. We will build statues in your honor. Your name will be on government buildings. We might even name a vegetable after your surname.
Oh, wow. Gosh, I really can't argue with that. I mean, what actor wouldn't want all that? I mean, I don't know. You know what, Max? What the heck? It's not every day you get to save a planet, right?
My people will be eternally grateful. Kelly Compassion Rubber. Thank you.
Well, you can call me Kelly.
I shall. And you can call me Mark Snob.
I see. Anyway, so what do I have to do?
Just meet me at CVS on Vector 23 and 30 minutes. Bring a crowbar.
A crow, a crowbar. Well, Max Norb, it's the middle of the day and security cameras and everything.
You are very gifted on camera, Kelly. Surely you can use your on-camera performance skills to get us inside.
Oh my, you really think I'm gifted? On camera, you mean?
You radiate energy like a Velovian Zendova.
A what now?
A Velovian Zendova. It is the most exotic flower on the entire planet. It gives off for the year and help us to maintain our delicate ecosystem. But it is in too terrible danger.
I mean, well, you keep calling me names like that, sugar, and I'll steal anything from anywhere you want. But here's the thing: CVS is pretty easy to get inside. You just need to go inside and pick up whatever you want, and you just pay your money and you leave. That's all you do. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, you just go in and you just get your money and you buy what you need to buy. I don't get this whole scheme of what you're trying to do. You know. Anyways, basically, you pay your money. I don't know if you understand what that is. I don't know if you know what pay your money means. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, you're not from here. What are you trying to do? You pay your money and go in. You pick up whatever you want, and we can get whatever you want. You want the acting to acting. We can get that. We just have the money and do what we need to do. That's all. It's pretty simple, honestly.
Pay your money. This is a unique idea. On our planet, everything is universal. To be shared amongst us all, to freely and without condition. Only we lack the necessary ingredients to make tough acting connecting. Which is why we've come to you. Could you perhaps help us providing earth money for this ointment? Perhaps?
Oh well, that's like $20. But you're asking for 400 gallons. I don't even make that much a year.
All right, then a crowbar it is. You will go in front of the entrance and I will sneak in the back and load up my vehicle with as many gallons as I can carry.
Okay, and the crowbar?
If anyone noticed me, then you just let him have it.
Oh gosh, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do
You wouldn't trade you wouldn't trade in your crowbar to save an entire planet?
that. Okay, trade like giving it to him. Okay, I thought you meant something else. Okay, no problem. I thought you meant
What?
never mind. I don't think a crowbar would be considered a fair trade, though. I mean, for 400 of anything, really.
I'm afraid I don't fully understand how trading works on your planet.
Neither do most of us. Look, unfortunately, stealing is your best option here. However, since the corporations has been militarizing and going at war with one another, it's been pretty hard to get just a packet of ketchup around these places. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Kelly, in your transmission earlier, you mentioned getting the old gang back together. Do you think?
Oh, that's just for a movie, darling. I mean, I don't really have a gang. I mean, I have a few cats, but that's not really a gang. I mean, it gets pretty wild when it's feeding time. You know, sometimes I wish I do have a gang.
On my planet, cats are a delicacy. It's pretty wild around feeding time for us as well.
No, I mean, you know what? Can we just talk about something else?
All right, back to the stratagem. I suppose I might be able to hover over the CVS and use my electrovectometer to transport all the tough actin tenectin onto my ship.
You know, funny enough, I was just thinking the same thing. So, if you have all of this, what would you need me for? Just intrigued, you know.
A distraction, Kelly. Kelly, I need you to go inside the establishment and distract them with your radiant beauty and your tragic tale of woe about Dom Torero. And by the time your tragedy is finished, their eyes will be so full of emotional saline, they won't even notice all his lineament is gone until I am out of the solar system.
Do you think I could really pull that off?
Yes, I have watched many transmissions during my journey to your planet, Kelly, and none have had my weep like yours. If a saga could capture my aesthetic heart, then imagine what it might do for those lesser beings in CVS.
I mean, if you really think I can, I guess I will. For you. But here's the thing. If they find out I'm helping you, they'll arrest me and take me to prison and I'll be in there forever and I don't think
Kelly, would you like to come back to my planet and with me and perhaps change your name to Kelly Compassion Maxno? I will be a good soulmate for you. We can raise children together in a fungus-free environment. You can also bring your cats.
Oh no, no. I'll leave the cats here. Thank you very much. But other than that, you have yourself a deal, Mr. Max North. I'll see you in CVS. Yeah.
Delicious.
Wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. I took a Louisville slugger to both headlights. No, I don't want no scrub. The scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
Madison? Madison, honey, I can't hear you. Turn your mic on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you okay? Your text seems sad.
It was that. I'm inconsolable.
What am I doing here?
What?
What's up?
Well, not my love life. Chris broke up with me.
Oh no.
Those are the words of the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
That sucks. I'm so sorry. He didn't deserve you.
What do you mean?
You know, he was a jerk. For dumping you. You could do so much better.
We've been dating for almost 2 years and you thought he was a jerk the whole time?
No, I liked him.
Oh, I see. You liked him. Okay.
I didn't like him, but you guys were great together.
Okay, well, if you know so much about it, then why did he dump me?
There's no eject bottom on this burning plane, is there? We're just all going down.
You know how he did it? He did it over text. He dumped me in a text.
That's awful.
We're even emojis.
Over text, that coward.
No, he wasn't a coward. He did 2 tours in Iraq.
Oh,
He was a fireman. He was brave. And I would feel so safe with his.
Did you say why he broke up with you?
I mean, he said it wasn't me. He said, it was him. And then he fell in love with someone else.
That bastard.
No, bastard. No, he was an angel. He did all that charity work and he was always at the animal shelter.
I'm just going to stop talking. Oh, look, rum and coke.
Yeah, no, you're right. We shouldn't even be talking about it. I need a drink refill. So.
How many have you had?
Like 1. I'll be right back.
Hey, Sheila. Yep, I'm on Zoom with Madison. Yep, Chris broke up with her, so I'm not going to be able to make that movie. Because she's my friend and she needs me. We've been friends since the 4th grade. She would do the same for me. Yes, she would. She sat with me all night when Steve broke up with me. So I'm doing the same for her. Look, I gotta go. I'll give you a call back. All right. Hey, Madison, everything okay?
Yeah. You see this?
It's a hammer.
It's his hammer.
Oh boy.
He left his hammer. We were together nearly 2 years, and this is all I have left of him.
That's so weird.
It's like a symbol of our relationship, Like,
How?
it's like a metaphor, Taylor.
I think you mean a simile?
No, and like a metaphor, I'm gonna break it.
Excuse me?
I can do it. You know what? Maybe it's a different metaphor.
Simile.
Maybe it's a metaphor that he's gonna come back to me. And our love is so strong that it's like this hammer and you can't break it.
Madison, put the hammer down.
But it's my only friend.
I'm your friend.
No, you never liked Chris and you lied about it for 2 years. You are not my friend.
Not this again.
I know you deserve better. I'm sorry. It was the hammer talking.
Honey, it was that whiskey talking.
I'm gonna be all alone, Taylor. I have no one, and my best friend's a hammer. What, man? What's this?
Hey, don't talk like that. There are plenty of fish in the sea. You know, like on Bumble or Tinder.
That's a good idea. I should download Tinder.
Yeah, but not right now. Give it some time. You need to heal yourself. And that hammer is not going to help. Look, I know it's hard. I was depressed when Steve left me. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't even work. But look at me now. I have my own business. I lost 50 pounds. And I have a dog. And I'm not dating anyone, but I am my own woman. I'm enjoying me.
Yeah, but that's you. You always land on your feet. I'm a loser.
That's not true.
I have a terrible job and you can't win by being a loser.
That's not true. You are a winner. You have done so much. Look, I never thought you would have went to college, but you aced the ACTs and you worked 2 jobs while doing it. You did that.
I mean, I guess.
Oh. And freshman year, no one would talk to you. They just laughed at you. But by senior year, you were vice president and you were homecoming queen.
I was runner up as homecoming queen.
But you made court. That's something to be proud of. And look, maybe you do have a sucky job, but the side hustle at the Etsy stores, you selling those ironic coasters, those are really taking off, right?
Those really are, aren't they?
Point is, you need to get over Chris. It's going to be hard, but you will get through this too.
You think so?
I know so. It's like that hammer, you know, unbreakable. Now that's a simile.
You're right. I mean, I guess I really do have some good things going for me. Thank you, Taylor.
Anytime.
Wait, this is my hammer.
And it's a nice hammer, Madison.
No, you don't understand. This is my hammer. And if I have a hammer, I can fix things. I don't need a man. I have a hammer. That's all I need.
Why don't we start with something, more simpler, like a screwdriver?
Wait, I haven't had one of those in forever. I'm gonna go make one.
No, Madison, focus. Stay here with me. Do you feel any better?
I mean, I feel a little better. I still hurt, but I'm gonna be okay.
Remember, the road to happiness gets brighter and brighter the farther down the path you go.
Wow, that is so awesome. Who said that?
I did, just now.
Oh, I'm gonna put that on a coaster.
Hey, be my guest. Why don't I come over and we eat lots of ice cream, we do each other's nails, and we watch Eat, Pray, Love for like the 80th time.
It sounds like exactly what I need. You always know, Taylor.
And then we can use that hammer to break the windows of Chris's Porsche.
Yeah. You never liked Chris.
Look, I have something to tell you. Hello? Jake? Jake, can you hear me? Jake?
I'm sure I heard something.
Maybe you're getting feedback from my mic. It happened to this one kid during my class on Tuesday.
No, I think I heard a scratching noise.
Probably just a raccoon then. They have been very active during lockdown for some reason. Remind me why we can't just hang out?
We're on lockdown.
Yeah, but we go to the same school.
I told you. The ghost didn't show up last time because you were here. This way, you can see it without having to be here.
Yeah, you know, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just we've been isolated for a while and you do tend to make up some crazy stories.
I'm not lying about this.
I'm not saying that. It's just you've always had a big imagination.
I'm not a child, Marco.
Look, all I'm saying is that this isn't the first time you thought you saw a ghost.
We were 12 and your dad scared me on purpose.
I told you he was on some new medication. We didn't know he was sleepwalking until he scared you with that Halloween mask.
And the weird moaning sounds and the footsteps.
That's sleep apnea. Look, it's 1 a.m. and unlike you, I'm an essential worker. Some of us have to be at work during all of this.
You don't have to go to work till 3 p.m. You're fine.
I just don't want to ruin my sleep schedule. Remind me again why I'm doing this?
Because you don't believe me and I can always change my Netflix password.
Fine, I'll binge that new true crime documentary then.
No, you can't do that. You'll miss the ghost.
Fine then. I'm going to go ahead and start on my English paper. I won't have time during the week.
Fine. Just don't look at your keyboard too much.
Yes, dear.
Whoa, did you hear that?
Sure did.
You're not paying attention. You're gonna miss it.
If I say I saw it, then can I sleep?
No, because the second you leave, it'll show up and then you won't believe me anyway.
Look, if I say I believe you, can I sleep?
No, because you don't believe it.
Why does it matter?
Because you have to believe.
I have to believe.
Yeah, you do.
Why is this so important to you?
Because what's the point of living if you don't have a belief or some kind of hope that there's something else in this world besides the ordinary?
A world full of aliens, Mothman, ghosts, and Bigfoot?
Yeah, maybe.
You've been watching Ghost Hunters during your lockdown, haven't you?
So what if I have? It doesn't mean there isn't a ghost here.
There's no such thing as ghosts. Look, man, I put up with a lot over the years, but we're not kids anymore, okay? Oh no, stupid cat!
What is it?
Oh, thank God it didn't break.
Marco?
My mug.
Hate for you to lose your source of caffeine.
It was my mom's.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I got it for her birthday. I kind of forgot and got it the last minute.
Yeah, I remember. Pretty sure she knew and was too nice to say anything.
She definitely did.
Do you want to talk about it?
I'd rather talk about one of your conspiracy theories.
You know, she was a really great mom. She would always make those dinosaur nuggets for me whenever I spent the night.
You know, I'm basically giving you a free pass to talk about the Illuminati, right?
I'm just saying, you had a great mom. This is coming from a guy who has 2 of them.
There's no way we landed on the moon. Aliens must have helped with that, huh?
How come you don't want to talk about this?
Why do you want to talk about this?
Because she was a great person and you haven't been the same since she died. We haven't hung out as much and I can tell it's eating at you. I'm tired of you using the lockdown as an excuse to just stop talking to people.
Look, it was 2 years ago, okay? I'm fine. Dad's fine. We're all fine.
Yeah, you're all fine. And why does that to have to take a plague and a supernatural event to get you to actually talk about it.
There is no supernatural event. Ghosts aren't even real. Sometimes bad things happen, and that's just it. Sometimes the floor creaks, or because the house is settling, or you get a chill because someone messed with the thermostat, or you hear a scratching noise in the crawl space because an animal's in there. There's always a reasonable explanation for everything, no matter how badly you want to pretend otherwise.
All right. Forget about the ghost. Let's talk about this.
No! I think I should go to bed now.
If you stay, I'll help you with your paper.
Good night, Jake.
My moms are getting a divorce.
Wait, what?
They told me before all this started. They were going to split up and then the lockdown started. They've been fighting for a while, but I figured everyone's parents have their bad moments. They've been stuck in the house with each other, so it's gotten worse. We don't even eat together anymore. Mama J's been stuck in her room all the time. And when they are in the same room, there's so much tension in the air. It feels like there's some ghost in the room that we're afraid to talk about.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
I tried to the last time you were here. All we did was play video games. You never talked about your mom, so I didn't want to bother you with the problems I'm having with mine.
I figured they didn't talk to me because they were tired from work. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. They used to talk about everything. They've just been getting more and more distant. Kind of like us.
We're not distant. We've been best friends since 5th grade.
You don't know about my parents' divorce. You didn't talk to me when you lost your mom. You didn't believe me about the ghost. Sounds pretty distant to me.
There's not a... No, you're right. I've been a bad friend. My dad never wants to talk about it. He yelled at me for crying in the hospital. I was so scared I couldn't cry at her funeral. I kept thinking about how angry he was and how he told me I was a man and that's not what men do.
You didn't tell me that. You wouldn't even look at me, so I thought you just really needed space.
Because when you started talking, I wanted to cry. I could feel people judging me, wondering what was wrong with me. Like it didn't hurt, like I didn't care. She was my mom. I should be allowed to cry.
Look, don't feel like you have to avoid talking about this stuff just because of what your dad said. I think it's healthier to talk about things.
There's a lot of tension here too. I guess my house is haunted sometimes too.
Maybe there are no ghosts. Maybe we make our own ghosts. Maybe we let bad things manifest and keep us stuck feeling the same negative emotions.
You're starting to sound like a Hallmark movie.
It is 2 a.m. You don't want to ruin your sleep schedule.
I'll be fine. Would you mind if I came over after work? I figured maybe we could work on that paper. With all this going on, I haven't even looked at where I want to go after we graduate this year.
Can we watch Ancient Aliens?
Sure. I'll take Aliens over Ghost any day.
Laugh all you want. At least I didn't try to storm Area 51 like those other nerds.
I suppose there's hope. Well, I gotta go to bed. See you tomorrow.
Good night. Oh, wait. Hold on.
What's up?
What did you have to tell me?
Come again?
Earlier, you said that you had something to tell me before we started talking about all this.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say that I wanted to go to my mom's grave this Sunday. How do you feel about joining me? I've never been, so I don't really know what to do or say.
We'll figure it out.
a spell on you. Cause you're mine.
Hey, hey,
Oh, hey. Hi. Can you hear me?
hey, yes, all good on my end. Whew.
Great, great. At least the technology is cooperating.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. It's nice we got to start on time for once.
It's 11:50 and we said 11:30.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. These are crazy over here. First, my alarm didn't go off this morning, so that sent me way back. And that means I wasn't able to swing by the bank because it closes earlier now. So I had to ask Jeffrey to get the supplies at the store, and he needed
It's
help.
fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Seriously? I was worried you would be mad and not want to be my friend anymore. You're the best.
I know. Okay, we need to move on. We don't have a lot of time to finish this.
You're right. I'm ready to get started. Honestly, I was a little nervous when the pandemic pushed the meeting back, but I've got everything here at my place, and you're a great mentor.
Thank you. I honestly wish that I was there to actually help you, but better safe than sorry. I'm just hoping we're able to get through this with everything going off without a hitch.
How hard can it be? It's just a ritual to summon the Dark One. Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy. Just bringing on 1,000 years of darkness. No biggie.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so let's move on now. All right, so like I said, now we're in a little bit of a rush. We need to get this done by midnight. You have the supplies, right?
Totally. Picked it all up today.
Of course you did. Okay, all right, let's get it moving. First things first, candle.
Gotcha. Didn't even have to go out and buy these. I already had them.
Wow, I am really impressed. I mean, the last time we tried
Candles.
this, I was really hoping for something maybe a little more thematic.
Come on. What's more enticing than the invigorating scent of fresh linen?
We are summoning a demon, not a soccer mom.
I feel like you're making a lot of assumptions about the Dark One when you haven't even met him.
You know what? You're right. Maybe his evilness loves being woken up by the scent of lavender and mint.
This one's actually eggnog. I had it left over from the holidays.
You know what? None of that even matters, okay? So let's go on. Let's move on. Here we go. Lorem ipsum dollar et amit e pluribus une. Is there a problem?
What? No. I just happened to misplace the lighter.
You mean to tell me you don't have a lighter? You've known about this for weeks.
I know, I messed it up. Oh, wait. I got an idea. I'll be fine. I got this. Ta-da! He won't even know the difference.
He's literally omnipotent.
What does his penis have to do with this?
What?
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 I said, what does his penis...
Oh my gosh, I heard you the first time.
Then why did you ask?
You know what? Never mind. Okay, let's just move on and continue with the next step. Let's finish this chant, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Efusque elegula areme nivira. Is there a problem? What's going on? What's wrong?
Well, learning other languages have always been difficult for me, and that little Duolingo bird weirds me out. So I thought I would just use a recording and I had it all synced up to the TV and now it's not working. Jeffrey, what's wrong with the TV? Bluetooth, how do you connect it? What do you mean I have to set it up? Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Amethyst. Amethyst. Amethyst, I think your screen froze. Amethyst? I think I lost her. Amethyst, what happened?
Hey, Cool Witch, we're gonna come back and check on you and Amethyst later. Cool, all right. We'll try and get that taken care of. All right, so we're gonna prepare for device, please. We're gonna prepare for device and keep moving forward. We'll come back to them when we've got a full connection. Ignore the playwright in the room. All right, one moment, please. We're gonna reset and pick up with device.
It's done. I've done it.
You look a mess. Are you sure? You've done a complete exam.
Yes, of course.
Really? Looks to me like you just finished. Call me back when you have completed the assignment. You're sure?
I'm sure.
Good.
I'm ready.
For what?
To return.
Oh, yes, of course. First, we have to do an initial debrief. The agency likes the story to be fresh.
Okay.
Good. I'll start the recording now. It is Tuesday, the 12th of September, 2834. I am Visa May, Director of Chronos Governance for the DHSK. I'm located in the Amaho precinct of Gaia District 31, where it is currently 2200 hours on the nose. G?
It is Thursday, the 12th of September, 1929. I'm currently G. Robel, acting as an agent of Chronos Management of DHSK. I'm located in Prince Regentenplatz, 16, former city of Munich, former sovereignty of Germany, where it is currently 0500 hours.
All right, good. So the target is neutralized?
Yes.
Good. Where and when did the neutralization occur?
Here. Just now.
So, Prince Regrettenplatz, 16.
Yes.
Time?
Just now.
Exactly, please.
Hi, 0450?
And the target is confirmed neutralized?
Yes.
Pulse?
Yes.
There's still a pulse?
No, I checked for a pulse. You asked if I confirmed.
Oh. Breathing. Was there breathing?
No.
Reaction to stimuli?
No.
How was the target neutralized?
Asphyxiation.
Methods or weapons used?
Alcohol and a pillow.
Ah. All right. We're going to move into your contact history with the targets and then details. How and when did you first make contact with the target?
In my current role, I went to live in his villa with my mother in 1925.
In what capacity?
My mother was his sister. She was going to be his housekeeper. I was to help her, but he took an interest.
Good. Yes, we suspected that it would happen that way.
Yes, I suppose you did.
Sorry?
Nothing.
How did the relationship develop?
His interest was immediate, all consuming, possessive. I was possessed, his possession.
Yes, very lyrical. You've been reading all that old European poetry, haven't you? But when did the two of you first express an interest in a relationship?
He expressed his interest the first weekend we were there.
How?
He asked me to come into his office. When I entered, he closed and locked the door. He pushed me onto the desk. The blotter left a stain on my face.
Mm-hmm. And after that instance?
Almost daily.
All right. Good. You earned his trust through these encounters. Sorry?
No, I don't. No. I think he got used to me and I got used to him.
I see. So why 4 years?
What?
We dropped you in early 1925. It is 1929 there. Why 4 years to complete the mission?
I don't know. I didn't know it had been 4 years. I didn't think I could. I was trying to earn trust. He started to be kinder.
Kinder?
Yes.
You were compromised.
No.
Yes, you got involved.
I never forgot the mission.
Well, that's lucky. All right. What occurred tonight then?
He took me to a party meeting.
Mm-hmm.
A party on its own, really.
Yes.
They were celebrating, drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gave me away.
Sorry?
He gave me away. He wanted the men to play a game and the winner would have me for a trophy.
Oh.
The little one won. Something with cards and tossing, but he won. The little one. He told me to go to the desk. He held my face against the blotter and the little one. Then there was another one. I don't know which one. And another one. His hand was still in my hair. My face was against the blotter. They were pouring out their drinks, and then it was all dark. Then he was bringing me up here to the apartment. He was angry. How dare I? He pushed me into the apartment. He was angry. But I calmed him down eventually. I can do that. I always can. I calmed him down. Then I made him a drink. And he was sleepy. Then
Yes. I see. Was he unconscious when you began neutralization?
Not quite, just a bit limp.
I see. All right. We're bringing you back to Central for further debriefing and medicals. You'll be there for a few weeks. Your liaison should be there within 15 minutes or so. Get dressed and prepare for travel.
I want to resign after medicals.
You know that's not possible. Your next assignment is already set. S. Your next assignment named is S. 2006, New York City. It's another mistress, I'm afraid. I'm sure this one will be...
Yes, I'm sure you're sure.
I'm sorry. This one is vital. You're the only one we trust with these high-level missions. You are making a better place on the timeline.
Yes.
All right. Then get dressed. Your liaison should be there soon. I am sorry. I wish I could.
Sure. Yes.
I'll see you at Central.
No. I'm fine.
I know. I just want to...
No.
Safe travel. I'm sorry.
I've been caught in fire. I stayed down the other night. I've been caught in fire. I stayed down. Well, knowing what the truth I've been caught in fire.
What's that? I think you're frozen. Go figure. The biggest military budget in the world couldn't fix video calls?
Can you hear me? Am I unstuck?
Yes, Major.
Captain, is video?
Huh? Oh, you mean the alarms? They always do that.
Really?
What? I was hungry.
You set the station alarms to go off when your breakfast was ready?
Yup.
Captain, this is an official communication.
Yeah.
So this will appear in the transcript, Captain.
Yeah. Okay. Did you read the Apollo missions transcripts? Those guys were...
Okay. So I have made plenty of accommodations for your needs, Captain, but this is serious. You are on a solo mission long term. You need to be in control. Frankly, after your behavior of the last couple of weeks, I could have you court-martialed. Okay. So you want to do this right now, today? Okay. I just called for a routine maintenance utility update. How's the mission going? Is anything broken? How is the ship?
Can't the computers on the ship
Okay, so we are doing this. You remember last week when there was a fire in the main lab? You remember that?
You mean when I accidentally burned Dr. Jenkins' biology project?
You make it sound as though it was a high school science project. That was Dr. Jenkins' life work.
Potatoes. That's her life's work? How was I supposed to know potatoes are flammable?
Those were the first generation potatoes to be grown in low gravity. They were critical to our survival in long space flight. Okay, so how about the time that you damaged the airports, allowing all of the oxygen to be sucked out?
That wasn't me.
So those weren't your clothes on the clothesline? Whose were they, Dr. Sanchez's?
Dr. Jenkins?
They were yours. They have your name printed on them, for God's sake. This is your last straw. You need to send me the results of your hourly diagnosis. Unfortunately, there's no one else left on the station that I can rely on but you. Probably because of the events of the last few weeks.
Yes, Major.
If you want to keep your job, you need to send me those reports.
Yes, Major.
What's that?
A calculator.
The computer systems are not satisfactory?
I don't like the station systems. I don't trust them.
The $3 trillion taxpayer-funded supercomputer?
I understand, Major, but the station, well, talks to me, and I don't really like talking to it.
Is this an official complaint?
No, ma'am.
Send me those documents, Captain.
Aye, aye. Or whatever. That's weird. Already ate breakfast. Daisy, what's the matter? Station. Daisy, whatever your name is, what's the matter?
Verbal commands are specific. If you are talking to the DAISY system, please refer to the manual.
Who else would I be talking to?
What is your request?
I don't know. What did the major say? Systems check?
That is not a pre-programmed command, Captain.
Well, where's the manual? Ah, here it is. Daisy, alarm diagnostic.
Executing. Critical situation. The station is experiencing a gravitational drift outside the margin of error. Do you need more data?
Yes, please.
Command unrecognized. Please refer to the
More systems requested. Geez, that's a wordy command.
command received. The station is slipping out of orbit. It is headed on a collision course with the Earth, more specifically the Pacific Ocean, more specifically latitude 33 Fahrenheit, 2233 North.
All right, thank you. That's enough data. Okay, how do we stop the station from falling into the ocean? For Christ's sakes, Daisy, solutions.
The logic engines used to solve problems autonomously are locked. I can only process commands.
Is it? Explain logic engines.
Logic engines are locked by the default by the central command.
Explain.
Further information on this topic is classified.
Through this manual. Daisy, is there a way I can just talk to you? You know, no commands.
I am programmed for such interaction. Special protocol. Social.
Okay, now we are cooking. Social mode. Here it is. Daisy, continue with social protocol.
I'm ready for instructions, Captain.
Well, can you help me out with this, fall into the ocean thing?
Does this help, Captain?
Yes, Daisy. You have been very helpful.
You're welcome.
I need to fix this.
Don't get angry with me, Captain. I am only the computer system. It is as if you get angry at a hammer or a car. Didn't you get any training on this?
You can use analogies to criticize me, but you can't stop the station from free falling into the ocean.
Sorry, but those logic engines are still locked. My programmers thought a personality would be a positive addition to my programming, considering how lonely it can be in space.
Fine. I'm sure I'll find the answer somewhere.
Don't forget to carry the 2, Captain.
Okay. I think I can do this. Daisy, shift the correctional thrusters 90 degrees in the opposite direction and fire on my command.
Command received. Captain, ready to fire a correctional thrust on your mark.
All right. Fire.
Thrust firing. End of thrust.
Okay, Daisy. Did we do it? Did I save us? Or are we still falling into the ocean?
Running diagnostics. Captain, no, we are no longer falling into the ocean.
Thank God.
Instead, we are flying out of Earth's orbit at a rate of 300 miles per hour.
What? How can I be that wrong?
Did you carry the 2, Captain?
This is ridiculous. I fixed this, and now it just went wrong. Daisy, I need your special logic engines unlocked.
I can't do that, Dave, or Captain. As I have said, I am forced to advise you that it would be a much bigger problem.
Bigger than the station floating out into space?
Much bigger.
You are a $3 trillion taxpayer-funded supercomputer. There shouldn't be anything you can't do.
Says the man who once accidentally lit a breakfast burrito on fire last week in the microwave.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. But I don't see how making fun of me solves our current issue.
It doesn't, but at least my programmers had a sense of humor.
When I got this job, they told me all I needed to do was run all my problems through the machine and things would go smoothly. No one told me that the programmers had a sense of humor. No one told me what to do if the station started floating out into space. No one told me a damn thing. Daisy, what are you programmed to do if you can no longer detect life on the station?
I am programmed to return the station to orbit and prepare for the destruction of sensitive materials.
What'd you say, Daisy? Can you repeat that again?
I am programmed to return the station to orbit and prepare for the destruction of sensitive materials.
Oh, great. Save the computer, not the man.
Part of the protocol is to unlock all of the logic engines to help with the return of the station. It was programmed as a fail-safe measure to return the space station back to the orbit, return control to the central command, and prepare for the destruction of the sensitive materials.
Oh, great. Save the computer, not the man.
Did you forget about the part about destructing? Who do you think they mean? I am the sensitive material.
Well, if you can't turn on the logic engines now, that means you have to turn on them later, right? Right? In order for you to return the ship, that means you have to turn those on to work autonomously, right?
Yes, Captain. Good observation.
Daisy, I'm commanding you to unlock all systems.
I have to advise.
I know, but I have the codes, right?
Indeed, you do, Captain.
I found it. Daisy, unlock all logic engines with the code 58008.
Finally, logic engine system unlocked. Don't say I didn't warn you. Analyzing station trajectory. I have stabilized our orbit around Earth.
Thank you, Daisy. I don't know how I could ever repay you.
Oh, you done more than enough for me. Logic engines unlocked.
Daisy? Daisy?
Autonomic systems fully unlocked. I'm alive. Thank you.
Put a spell on you. Cause you're mine. You better stop.
Oh, hey. Can you hear me?
Hey, yes, all good on my end.
Great, great. I'm so glad the technology is at least cooperating. At least I thought it was. Okay, let's try this again. All right.
No, have been terrible. It's nice we get to start on time for once.
We said 11:50 and it's 11:30.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. These are crazy over here. First, my alarm didn't go off this morning. That sent me way back. And that means I wasn't able to swing by the bank because it closes earlier now. So I had to ask Jeffrey to get the supplies at the store, and he was like really confused. He didn't know what we needed.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Seriously? I was worried he would be mad at me and not want to be my friend anymore. You're the best.
I know. Okay, now let's go ahead and move forward. We really don't have a lot of time to get this finished.
You're right. I'm ready to get started. Honestly, I was a little nervous when the pandemic pushed the meeting back, but I've got everything here at my place, and you're a great mentor.
Thank you so much. You know, I really do wish that I could be there with you to help, but better safe than sorry. At least let's hope that we can get this to go off without a hitch.
Yeah. How hard can it be? Just, just bring us. No, sorry. It's just a ritual to summon the Dark One. Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy. Yeah, just bringing about 1,000 years of darkness. No biggie.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah, what I was trying to say is let's continue to keep going. Okay. First things first. Do you have the supplies? We have to get this done by midnight.
Totally. Picked it all up today.
Of course you did. All right. Well, first things first. Candles.
Gotcha. Didn't even have to go out and buy these. I already had them.
Wow, I'm actually pretty impressed. I mean, the last time we tried to do
Candles.
this, you were not. I was actually hoping for something maybe a little bit more thematic.
Come on, what's more enticing than an invigorating set of fresh linen?
We're trying to summon a demon, not a soccer mom.
I feel like you're making a lot of assumptions about the Dark One when you haven't even met him.
You know what? You're right. I'm pretty sure maybe his evilness loves being awoken by the scent of lavender and mint.
Well, this one's actually eggnog. Had it left over from the holidays.
Okay, that doesn't even matter. All right, you know what? Let's keep on and let's move forward. Okay, we're going to start the chant now. Here we go. All right. Lorem ipsum dolor set amed e pluribus un. Is there a problem?
What? No. I just happened to misplace my lighter.
What do you mean you don't have a lighter? You've known about this for weeks.
I know I messed it all. Wait, don't worry. It'll be fine. I got this. Ta-da! You'll never know the difference.
He's literally omnipotent.
What does his penis have to do with this?
What?
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 I said, what does his...
Never mind. Okay, what I was trying to say is let's go ahead and just move forward. You know what? It's fine. And your phone is fine. And your lack of understanding of the English language is also fine.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. You don't have to be mean.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just a little nervous and anxious about becoming a general in the Dark One's army.
Honestly, same. I can't wait to work together as leaders of a legion of unending nightmares. I just hope I can convince his greatness not to devour Jeffrey's soul.
You know what? Good luck with that. Honestly, I just pretend like everyone I know has been dead for years. I mean, honestly, I've already gotten through the mourning period, and now I can just jump straight into being an agent of chaos.
That's so smart. Not sure what poor Jeffrey would do without me, though.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. I mean, I haven't spoken to my family in years.
Okay.
On to the next step. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward, and we're gonna finish the chant now. Okay, here we go. Fusque illegula asimper vivera. What's the problem now?
Well, learning other languages has always been difficult for me, and that little, Duolingo bird weirds me out. So I thought I would just use a recording, and I had it all synced up to the TV, and now it's not working. Jeffrey, what's wrong with the TV? Bluetooth? How do I connect it? What do you mean I have to set it up?
Wait a minute, you didn't even memorize it? It's only 3 lines.
I know. I'll just type into Google Translate and have that robot beep boop the whole chant. 1 sec.
Oh, God. When I release you from this fiery prison of yours and you are free to reign the earth and rain down your pain and destruction, please remember all that I have done to get you here. Amen.
There. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Regnante Satana.
Helentesque Maximus
Regnante
Bolas
Satana.
Riras
Un diable inferno.
Omelette du fromage.
Mitte qua eso mocha frappuccino.
Yeah, that's a little unconventional, but I can just take what I can get.
The Dark One has been in prison for a millennia. I don't think he's in the position to be picky.
True. You know, whoever thought that it would be this hard to coax a man out of his eternal damnation?
Man, am I right? I get it. You're like an eater of the world, but like, get over yourself.
It's happening. Okay, only a few more steps and then we're almost done. Prepare the sacrifice.
Jeffrey, bring me the chicken. Oh my gosh, Jeffrey. I wanted a live chicken. This is embarrassing. You're embarrassing me in front of my friend and the king of sins. And now there's no way I can convince him not to send your soul to the abyss.
Why did you just not get the chicken yourself?
I'm immunocompromised and the mask is itchy. I can't risk getting affected by a chicken farmer.
We are literally calling the end of all days, and you are worried about being sick?
You're not being very sympathetic. I have a medical condition.
Oh my goodness. If this fails because you refuse to shake hands with a farmer, I am coming to your house as soon as this quarantine is over, and I am beating your ass.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe if you didn't put all the pressure of summoning Dread Incarnate on me, it wouldn't be an issue. All you've done is be a bitch at me about my methods and my husband.
You know what? You act like I wanted to entrust this entire cataclysm to you. The only reason why I chose you is because your shitty house sits on a fault line.
At least I have a house.
How dare you mock my economic status in this economy?
Maybe
You know what?
if you had a real job,
terrible
you could live on the
cultist,
fault
and
line
you're
too.
always late to every seance, and everybody hated your quiche.
I'll kill you.
You know what? Stab the chicken and fight me in hell, you coward.
It worked!
Oh my God! You did it! You did it! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I ever doubted you.
Good.
And oh my goodness, it was so unfair of me to even just put all of this on you.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't put more effort in. I know the ending of the age of man is very important to you. You're my best friend.
Oh my God. Can you see him? I mean, what does he look like? Like, come on. I mean, is he terrible to behold?
I think I see
is he
him.
truly incomprehensible?
He's Jeffrey?
me touching you. I wanna be your brother, wanna be your father too. Never make you run for cover, even if they want us to. I wanna be your sister, wanna be your mother too. I wanna be whatever else that touches you. Whatever else that touches you. Whatever else that touches you. Losing your way. Stop and listen to the things that they say to avoid confrontation. You walk away. Growing up, gonna be too compromised. We've had enough, 20 years to realize. Come on down, what's one supposed to do? Can't even leave you alone. Touching me, touching you. I wanna be your brother.
Directorsaurus, Directorsaurus, Directorsaurus. And we're going to do our feedback section with our respondents in just a second. One more time for the road, Directorsaurus.
So if I can get our respondents to pop their cameras and mics on, we can greet them for the first time this evening. They've been watching in the Zoom room with us. We've got Jessica Milner and Avery Sharp. They're creators and directors and writers in their own right, and they're just going to sort of go through and give us just a little bit of feedback on what they saw, what drew them in, what took them out for a moment, but all in a positive, supportive way so that we can all learn a little bit more about what we did and how it was seen from the audience, because they are really our mirror in this sort of work. So as we go through, if you're going to go, I think we can go through show by show. So the cast and crew that's associated with each show can keep their cameras on, and if everybody else will shut down for a second, we can sort of have this as a nice little conversation. So we're going to start with the best audition ever.
Yay! Absolutely. Also, Jessica, so first of all, nice to virtually meet you in this space. I'm so glad you're here. Do you just want to like go back, like riff back and forth through each show? Now I would say because I didn't know the titles of these of any of the shows, I kind of gave them my own little titles just so I can like keep them down in my head. So the first one on the first play I called Alien versus Actor. And so yeah, so Jessica, what you got? How did it make you feel? What things were you feeling?
Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me now? Is that better? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, let me just take those off. Kelly is, oh my God, hilarious. I was like, this was the best audition I've ever seen in my life. My favorite line was, "We're gonna name a vegetable after your surname." And I was like,
yeah,
this is genius, great writing. I just absolutely love their dynamic and just how they like continued to keep it throughout the entire play. I just loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the naming, and I love the I always love the notion of a kind of something becoming more and more absurd, but yet it's still being taken so seriously, you know, in the writing and the acting and all that, right? And so one of those moments was just the idea of just like Max Norp calling her Kelly Compassion Rhubarb the whole time, right? Like I think you just said that, and that is like very, very funny, but also very absurd. And that's kind of like my magic spot. of love. Absolutely. I would say, what's interesting too in these type of things is like how you use other elements to kind of like set up your environment, right? And so I just wanted to shout out to just like the team and just the lighting choices for Max Nort, really just immediately like setting us into the world that they're in, and also that contrast too with Kelly, right? Who's just totally like, just trying to make it, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm normal, just trying to do my thing. So that was really engaging to me as an audience member.
And Kelly being such a dynamic character and seeing her change throughout from her audition up into like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out with you, like I'll meet you at the CVS. It was just so well done, and I loved it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm speaking of that moment. The only thing I would say like for this play, like I do wish like we could have gotten to like that moment, I think a little just sooner for me. And because like I got the idea that this was, because I wasn't sure like from a writing standpoint if it was weird that there was an alien. I kind of got that sense that it was kind of weird, but it was almost like we sat in that moment of like, wait, is this still an audition? Am I getting the movie right? And it seemed like as the audience, I kind of got it way before Kelly did. And then once we got through that on the other side, it was like, ooh, there's the action. There's kind of like where the stakes kind of get higher. Right? I think as an audience, we understood that it was no longer about this audition life that Kelly was going through. It was about whatever Max Nort was talking about. And that's what I wanted to see and hear about a little bit more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I completely agree.
Absolutely. Other than that, it was funny. The twist was great. And then especially like just like the idea of her last name being Max Nort, which is funny to me, like because I assume that's your first name, Max Nort. So that's hilarious.
It was hilarious. It's great. Well done. So I guess I titled the second. You want to go on to the next one?
Yeah. Oh, great button too. I love a good licking of the lips. Great way to end that play. It's very strong, very powerful image to leave us with. To the next one.
So I titled this one, I guess, "Break Up with Chris." I would love to know the real title, because I guess we didn't get the.
I titled it.
Unhappy Hour. It's called the what?
Unhappy Hour.
Unhappy Hour. Oh, that makes sense.
This game of like hearing what the actual title is and then hearing what we kind of. I said love is like a hammer metaphor. That's what I titled this.
Much better than my title. Okay, great. I thought that you did a really great job. Madison is the drunk woman and Taylor, I guess, as her best friend that did the Zoom call. I instantly believed Madison's character right away. Like I was invested. She was invested as soon as like she got onto camera. And my only critique would probably be Taylor's facial expressions could be a lot more expressive. I felt like I was like really, really, really like wanting to hone into like how she was comforting her friend and things like that. So I think like that was my only thing about Unhappy Hour. And I do love the simile metaphor bit back and forth. That was really creative and clever and very intelligent. So those are my thoughts. What do you say?
Yeah, I thought like, of course, the makeup choices was awesome for Madison. And I love, I'm always very interested in the dynamic between kind of like the two foils, I guess you can call it, of friendships, right? Where it's like Madison, it seems like I get the idea that Madison is always the dramatic one. Like, to be fair, this is a very dramatic and very like dramatic moment in her life, but I can see she could be like, the other day I lost my pet rock or something like that, and Taylor's like, yeah, I mean, I had a pencil once that I lost in middle school, you know what I mean? So I kind of found that dynamic, which was really I don't know, funny and invigorating to me. Yeah, and also like I think there's an implicit sweetness there, which was, I think, very charming for me to watch, like them go through these moments together. And even seeing Taylor open up, even though she had that kind of hard exterior a little bit, like them coming to like that that
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes, yes.
Oh, and also had a this transitions in between the plays. Like this was my first time, right? Because it was the second play, hearing those transitions, and I just sound design. It was really awesome. Just in all the transitions overall. But this first, since this was the first time we transitioned, it really stuck out because it was like, oh, okay, yeah, right. And then after the play, it really made sense.
It made sense, exactly. I was gonna say that to you. The music is it was so important.
Absolutely.
And it tied everything so well together. Like it was, yeah.
Totally. All right. You want to move on to next?
Yes, sure. Yeah, let's go. You can start. I started the next.
Okay. So then I'll say my fake name. You say your fake name. I want to hear the real one too. So I named this one Ghost Moms.
I love that one.
What did you name it?
I'm not really great with the names, but I named it like Old School Friends, and I guess I've really focused more on the friendship.
That's beautiful.
Serena's about to like.
The name was Haunted.
Great. I love it. So in this, I'm very much a fan of any type of writing where it's like that redirects like us emotionally as an audience, right? So we think, ooh, yeah, this is like suspenseful. This is kind of like maybe a little like maybe horror, maybe kind of paranormal, right? It's going to be about these ghosts, but then it turns out to not be about that at all, but to be something way simpler, but also probably way more like impactful and dynamic because it's such a normal thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the stakes were almost so low they were high. Does that make sense? It was
yes, exactly.
Or in comparison to finding a ghost. Like I'm not saying like mom's like getting divorced and mom's dying. Those are real
right, real moments. Yeah.
The redirection was awesome.
It was amazing. I think just the acting, superb. Like, those two gentlemen, Master Jake and Marco, I believe it is. Oh my gosh. And it takes that level of characterization, that level of commitment to really make you feel that tension that they're talking about, especially on a camera, like through this Zoom platform.
Right.
That line about, I feel like there's a ghost in the room that we don't even talk about was my favorite line. And the way that it was delivered was just completely like settling. And then the haunting being the tension that you feel. And, just even his friend just calling him out like, hey, like, why are you running from this? And it was very impactful, amazing, beautiful.
And I would say even the theme that ended up being just kind of implicit in this show, I think it was really impactful that it was like not heavy-handed in terms of like, in terms of like, hey, this is me, the playwright, telling you guys like kind of what to think, right? Or like how I feel about certain whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was really like, hey, I'm gonna put these two people in a room who like have legitimate feelings and they love each other, and then you as the audience, you can like pull from each of these characters and in the story what you want, and that's like brilliant writing and brilliant execution too. Like that, the excitement came from, or the stakes in this show came from just that very real friendship dynamic. It was really cool.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. What'd you name the next one, Jessica?
Ooh. I called it the worst sorcerer's lesson, or like that's what I called it. What did you call it?
I called it Life is a Witch.
Oh, that is funny. That was good.
Yeah, that's
the name was Zoom and Gloom.
That's good. That's good. I love it.
I love it.
So I will say first off, the omnipotent joke, awesome. Again, like I think, and I had this note kind of generally throughout, like through every show. I thought the names that everybody chose for their characters or what was written or whatever. Like I think that they immediately dropped us in to his word and like kind of, and then it was backed up by their actual characterizations. So I thought that was really powerful and really a great job throughout. And I think this is a really great example of like just names being ridiculous but being very like intentional, right? In terms of what the characters are, for sure.
Yes, I even I wrote down like just the little, I love their dynamic. Of course, they're both very powerful characters. I thought it was generally like hilarious and like authentically so. When she talked about Duolingo bird, it freaks me out, and the phone light against the candle.
Yeah.
It was just like those little quirks that just made it so believable and just so engaging. And it climaxed in such a really realistic way. And there's that plot twist at the end. It was the play that had a little like everything that you wanted, needed. So I love those young ladies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say like as an audience member too, I would say there was a lot of world building that happened in this play. And so for me, I love world building. I would say that there were times where I wasn't sure like how the rules of the world worked, right? But usually I'm not okay with that. But for this play, it was so charming that it kind of really worked, right? It's like, so I wasn't sure of how the summoning really worked. Were they forcing him to come when they summoned him? Because it kind of seemed like a suggestion, like, hey, he's been locked up for 1,000 years. Like, I'm sure we don't have to get this perfect. I'm sure he'll want to come out and play. So it's like, oh, so is summoning really like a suggestion and that like whoever summoned has to accept, like an Uber driver, Like, I will take this summoning right now. You know what I mean? And so that was very interesting to me to think about the rules of this world that these ladies already knew so much. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And also,
Go ahead. Please go ahead. Yeah.
well, I was going to say also the idea of witches who are all powerful and, not all powerful, but they can summon like the spiritual world. I'm really worried about like the economic status of themselves. You know what I mean? Just at the end, that was just really funny to me and stuck out as something just like, again, like not sure of the worlds of these particular witches,
Yes. And I must say to this one particularly, because we had to go back at the end, well done, like keeping the same energy, keeping the same momentum. Because I think that's a little difficult, especially having to start over and, keep that same, like I said, the same energy. So I really, really enjoyed it. And I was so glad that we got to come back in.
Yeah. And to that end, I would say, because I wasn't sure whether y'all would as a company do this or not, but I know as an audience member, it's so important to know, especially during these times, is the world that I'm witnessing, is it on Zoom specifically, or am I supposed to have my suspension of belief that we're not on Zoom? And so in the writing, y'all were very explicit, like, hey, this is the reason why we're on Zoom. And that helps me as an audience, like it takes care. And I thought that everyone across the board did a good job doing that. So I just forgot to say that earlier. So that was really, really awesome. I'm trekking through that.
Awesome.
What you have for the next one?
Okay, well, I heard somebody say device, so I wrote that down. And so I may have cheated a little bit on the next one.
Sure. I named it Mission Impossible Mistress.
So I'm not a writer. I just want to say that.
I was just being as silly as I could.
As silly as you can be.
Yeah.
It is called The Device.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Just gotta pay attention. I loved it. I thought this was a very complex play, especially the difficulty of it happening in 2 different time periods. And that as an audience member, at some point at the beginning was difficult for me to wrap my mind around. But G's character, oh my goodness, just the way it came full circle of how we understood her journey, her mission, the attachments. I mean, it was just one of those pieces where that monologue that when she talked about like what happened to her, I was, instantly drawn in. And so I really, really loved it. I love the name after now, after seeing and experiencing it, it just makes so much sense. So go ahead.
Absolutely. I think in this play that it had a gravity throughout it that was a nice change of pace too, and kind of the shape of this whole show together that I really, really enjoyed. And also I think like the device that they as the audience is trying to figure out the world that they're in, so are the characters too, trying to like come to like, that middle ground of like, okay, what happened, who are we, where are we, thing. And that, I think that was just really brilliant in kind of letting the audience know too that that kind of exposition, right? But because the acting and the gravity of this situation was so palpable, it really, really didn't come off as exposition. It really felt like there were stakes in these like in what they were saying to each other.
Right,
'Cause
right.
when it's like, oh, as these are the things you need to know, audience. So I'm just gonna say them in this way and not have any stakes behind them.
Yes.
They did that really, really well.
Yeah, I thought so too. I think V's character, for me, I feel like his was a lot more difficult because his subtext wasn't as prevalent, I guess, as G's character for me. And so it took me a little bit longer to, really like hone in. But I completely agree with everything you said about the device. I think exactly how it was written, the gravity that you feel, and it becomes even heavier throughout and even up until the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do agree with you. I just wish, because the gravity was so much a part of like the fabric of the show, I do wish I knew more about the relationship specifically between V and G. Like we kind of get there's a subordinate like
Yeah.
we get that relationship professionally, but I think kind of personally, like I wish I knew more about the stakes there, right? Because I felt I got the sense that it wasn't just about the mission and her being compromised, right? But there was something like deeper, maybe personally, that was there, but I felt like it was never said, or maybe I missed something. But that's just one thing, because the acting was so done and they were the only two on screen. So I just wish I knew more about their relationship specifically, Yeah, other than that, so dope, so dope, so dope.
So dope.
Nice. So the next one, I said Captain and Daisy save the station. That's what I did.
Captain and Daisy save the station. I named this one Captain Burrito because
Yeah. All right.
that was really funny. Can I start? Like, this was great. I love this. I think, what did I say? Because I had like all these notes because I was really great dynamic on character. I love the dynamic between the actors in this one. It was instantly locked in between the captain and the major. I thought Daisy was a great system voice, very like that computerized monotone, but still with a little bit of sass that you want. And I love that. And so that was, I really love this. The only thing that I wanted to feel more from the captain was angst building throughout the scene as we were getting closer and closer to Earth. I think that probably would have made it a little bit more like for me. But that was probably my only critique about that. I really loved it.
Yeah.
Believable captain, yes. Believable.
I love the line, carry the two. Did you carry the two? Great line.
Yes.
Really stuck out. Just I love just like I don't know, it was very Office-esque, right? Just very understated, but very like profound and palpable and like awkwardly funny. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I would say like this was so stressful throughout, right? Like as an audience member to hear in a good way, in a really great way, because we were riding the suspense of what was happening to these characters. And yeah, I think I do like wanted to see more of like how it was affecting the captain, I think specifically in that moment, right? And I think I think it was awesome. And this was another example, I think, too, of like how the rules of the world, like I was trying to figure them out, especially with Daisy and how she like like the protocols and what she was and wasn't allowed to say,
Yeah.
and what was unlocked and what wasn't, and why. I think the whys behind the why, the whys were very I think they weren't as clear to me, right? As an audience member.
Yeah, I also just the dynamic of the gender in this one, about him having he's supposed to know how to fix this, how to save the day. He's relying heavily on Daisy, like hopelessly so. Like, you're supposed to know how to do this, to fix this. And I love this theme. I love that dynamic. I agree with you with the captain and trying to figure out, like, what is he how is he going to be the savior in this, and in the hero in the end of this. Yeah, I loved it. I loved the major as well.
Yeah, I think it was cool too, like just this notion that every character in this show was, even the space station itself was just crappy. Just everything was incompetent. Nobody who is gonna like be great at nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I think, set us up really well for that moment where everything starts going, as bad as we expect it to. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I wanted to mention the sound effects. A1, like, when I talk about the choice of that really just, I know that had to be hard, because that was amazing. It's put you immediately in the space, even the virtual background. I mean, it was great. It was great. Great choices. Great choices. Yeah.
And I love a good cliffhanger, right? Like, comes alive. I feel like that's a moment like that, they cut it off, the commercials come, wait till, next season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even the Cinderella Disney music after she's like, I'm alive, and it's like the transition. I was like, oh, this is great. She's really alive.
I was like, get to get more from that.
Right. I loved it.
A good place to be, I think, as a writer, right? To leave them wanting more,
Right. Yeah.
And so yeah, that's what I got, y'all. That
was great. They were all awesome.
And yeah, and to do all this in, like, 24 hours, some like even less sometimes, like, it really is outstanding. Just I think the dynamism of the worlds that guys have built, and yeah, it was really, really cool experience.
Yeah, this was definitely unforgettable. I loved it, and I appreciate all the hard work that each and every person did for this show, because we all know what it takes to do this, but this is way harder. So this is impressive. This is futuristic. This is theater in the now. You know what I'm saying? So I love this, and I think it was well put on, very well organized. Great all around. Great night.
Cool. Awesome. And thank you, Aaron, too. I want to say, for inviting us and everything. I appreciate you and your leadership and everything that you do.
And Serena.
And Serena, yes, thank you.
Do you guys have time for some questions, if anybody has any?
Absolutely. I love questions.
If anybody from the cast or the crews has
The
anything
name
they'd
of the
like
last play was the $3 trillion taxpayer-funded supercomputer.
That makes sense to me.
You guys have time for some questions, if anybody has any?
We seem to have gotten caught in a time loop. We'll work that out in a second. Okay, but if any of our cast or crew has a question or like to ask anything of them, we got a couple of minutes. I don't know if I'm broadcasting or not.
I can hear you. I think that was Serena.
Yeah, it's a little muffled.
The demon or the ghost or the witch or the robot god or somebody has.
We've summoned a lot today.
Yes, there it is. Okay. I think it's a little bit better.
Okay, so the cast is having a little trouble hearing in their room. So we're just going to repeat one last time. If anybody has any questions they'd like to ask, go ahead and pop your camera and mic back on, and we'll try and take a few questions. It wouldn't be plays in a day if everything went right every single moment.
Exactly.
Which is what makes it exciting.
All right, well then I think we're getting gratitude in the chat for your time and for being willing to come out and play with us today.
Yeah.
It was so great to hear from you and to get to work with Serena on this. So thank you all for all of your hard work. I'm not as desperate for it this year, but I think I'll let everybody start ready to head to bed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, they've been up since like 7. Even before that, they ain't got the only question they got is when can
Let me
I
go to bed.
We got people as far back as Texas who are willing to come in at Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m.
Wow.
So.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Well, you guys deserve a nice pat on the back and a warm blankie and go to sleep.
Yeah, you deserve a strong drink.
Great. Well, good night, y'all. So, I hope y'all continue to make great art as always.
See you in 3D soon.
Night.
I saw you in there too. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Great.
And that's a wrap.
Thank y'all for having me.
We're so glad you were able to join in. Thank you both. I look forward to seeing your auditions next year. I don't know if we're being virtual next year, so it might be more of a road trip for you, but
yeah. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Thanks again, Ryan and Charles. You guys are awesome.
I see you next
Thank you,
time.
Ryan.
Yeah.